So this question is max increase to keep city skyline. So you can definitely read over it, but I'm going to summarize very quickly. And so this is example 1. So this is the original grid, right? And then you want to find out the maximum based on, if this is a current cell, right? You have to find out the maximum for the current row and then column. So in this one, the maximum for the row is 8, and then the maximum for the column is 9. So when you want to reset to the value in this cell, it's going to be minimum for the maximum for the row and then column. So max for R, comma, max for column. But you have to take the minimum for the maximum row or column, right? So in this one, it's going to be returned 8, right? And this one, so I'm going to just write it. So this is going to be 8, and this one, this is going to be what? This is going to be 4, right? Because the maximum for the column is 4, right? And the row is 8, so minimum for these two is what? 4. And this one is going to be 8 by itself, so I'm not going to change. And this one is going to be 7, right? 7 is the maximum for the column. Row is 8, so you take 7, right? So for the first cell, it's going to be 8, 4, 0, 7, right? So, oh sorry, this one's 8, 8, 4, 8, 7, right? So when you want to check the new grid, right, it's going to be 8, 4, 8, 7. So keep doing this for every single row and column. And then once you get the new update for the grid, right, you need to subtract the original grid, and then find out the difference. Find out the difference for each cells, right? And then this one with this one, and this one with this one. Right? You want to find out the difference for each one, and then later on you will just return the integer, right? So the question is not going to be so hard to code it, but you have to know like how do you find a maximum for the row and cell, right? So I'm going to have row array, and this is going to be column array, right? So in this one, so for example, I want to find out the maximum in this cell, right? So it's going to be what? Row 1, column, row 0, column 1. So I will definitely find out the maximum between the row 0 and the column 1, and then I will find out the minimum in the between, and then this will be my maximum for these cells, right? And then so on, right? So this is kind of really hard to say it, but when you start coding, you'll be able to understand. So I'm going to say, equal to grid.length, and equal to grid at 0.length, and then I'm going to create two array rows, and then column. And then I have a for loop, so for loop is pretty important. Alright, so the for loop is right over here. So for int I equal to 0, I less than, and I plus plus, for int j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, right? And then for the rows, right? So rows at I would be what? We'll take the update for this current index. So I will say max on max, rows at I, and grid at I and j, right? So every single cell, I'm going to update the I index, and then basically I need to keep the maximum for the row I. And then column j, this is the j index, max, column at j, grid at ij, right? Alright, so now I get a maximum for the rows and columns, so I will definitely know if I want to take these cells, right? So the row 1 and column 1 would be the value for the maximum row and maximum column, right? Maximum row, maximum column. And I need to take the minimum for this value, and then basically this is pretty much the solution. So this is my result value, return value. And for int I equal to 0, I less than I plus plus. So int j equal to 0, j less than and j plus plus. So the result will definitely plus equal, so you want to keep adding the difference, so it's going to be maximum, max on mean, and then rows at I, comma, columns at j, minus the grid at ij, right? So this is pretty much the solution. I made a mistake, rows. And and submit. Yeah, so for time and space, it's pretty straightforward. This is going to be all of n times n. And then this is still going to be all of n times n for the time. Space is definitely what? All of n, and I mean all of n or all of n, the maximum in between, right? So if you want to say the time for space, and this is pretty much my solution. So, alright, so the discussion is going to be really long to read over it, but the idea is pretty much really simple. So keep updating, find out your maximum for row and column, and when you want to find out the difference, so just take the minimum for the maximum row and maximum column, and this is going to be your solution. So I will see you later. Bye.